Cheers to holding ourselves accountable. Cheers for believing in ourselves. Cheers for not using the past mistakes, the past hurts to control our now and our future. This is us looking ourselves in the mirror and saying, hey, nice to meet ya. We've got a lot of life to live, and that life should not be lived through the past, but through our future that we are desiring. Cheers to us. Go get yourself a drink. Listen to my words, because I'm gonna wake us up. I'm gonna wake us up that we do not need to hold ourselves in the past hurts. We don't need to sit in hours and hours of therapy to get to the bottom of why mommy and daddy hurt us. They hurt us, but we need to move on from these things. We need to use these things as lessons and remember that they were placed upon us for lessons, for our souls to evolve on this earth. It's just a change in perspective. Today's video is going to be a passionate one. You guys know I can get a little intense, so expect some intenseness, but know that it is not me being angry. When I get really riled up, it's because I'm full of love and energy, and it can come across as maybe a little intense. So let's get right into it. Listen, in this generation, people have shit to work with. People have shit that they have not seen, and they're a little scared to see themselves. So this is why therapy can be a good thing. It helps someone see themselves in a new perspective that could maybe give them a permission slip to allow themselves to be more comfortable within themselves and to understand the nitty-gritty of why things can happen and why things do happen to us, and give us some tools in our tool belt to know ourselves better so we can navigate through this world better. But listen, we do not need to be in therapy for years on end talking about our past, because listen, babes, listen to me. Everything is within our now moment. You cannot separate yourself from this here and now. It is not possible. So if you are still experiencing the same emotional trauma maybe from your past, it is because of a choice. And you may not even be aware of why you're still choosing to look at this world through the past hurts. I get it, because I was there. We do not need to reignite our emotional pain body here and now. I would rather see you guys looking yourself in the mirror every day instead of paying a therapist to tell you basically why your past is valid. Your past is valid because it happened to you. It is a part of your personality. It is a part of who you are and your story here on earth. And yes, the trauma, the pain that we can hold ourselves captive to can actually feel comfortable. Now, why does it feel comfortable holding on for dear life to all these unnecessary thoughts and beliefs that weren't even ours to begin with, but were gifted to us? I don't know what kind of gift those were, but they ain't the nicest gifts, because they're falsities that maybe our parents gifted us unintentionally of their own belief systems that were potentially passed down to them. And we need to break the cycle of our lineage, of our generational line. What patterns do you see in yourself that you may see that your mom or dad had in their life and that they weren't able to break? Can you become aware? Can you stop using therapy as a band-aid to make you feel safe within yourself because you have a therapist validating your very life experience? And I know it can be comfortable. It can feel good to allow someone into what we experience. I get it. A therapist, I'm not downing therapy, because to a certain extent it can help. But past a certain extent, I think it can be very self-depleting and not empowering to you if you're needing therapy every single year to just talk about probably stuff that you do not want in your life. And you keep yourself in this spiral. And therapists they're not even really wired to think about these things because it's their job to nitpick to nitpick, oh, well, why did this happen? Oh, well, probably because of this. Oh, let's go deeper into the pain of your suffering. Let's get to the nitty gritty of it. Let's really dive deep. Why? Why do we have to go and uncover all of our hurts, all of our pain, just to reignite them in our body? Is it necessary? If it is necessary for you to have a roadmap back to yourself, then please go to therapy. But have the intention of, listen, I'm going to go to this therapist, but I'm going to have an end goal here for myself. I'm going to lay it all on the table. Sure. So I can see it. And maybe a therapist can help me feel safe within all of this shit that I need to bring to the forefront to help me navigate it. But what I will not do is attach myself more and more to the past, because that is not going to get you out of what you are wanting to get out of inside. Back to my point. You guys, if you've been in therapy before, I've been in therapy before. And listen, to a certain point, it didn't make sense to me. And I honestly don't think I will go to therapy anymore because I do not need to. Now listen, of course you could be like, Maya, you don't need to, you're above therapy. No, it's not that I'm above therapy. It's because I see past myself in everything. I see the lesson in every given thing that was gifted to me by my own higher mind, my own higher self, to get me to where I am today in my own authenticity, which wouldn't have happened if I was not hurt, if I did not have painful lessons brought to me. Because we do not learn in joy. We are joy, but we need to get reflected sometimes what we are not to fully see ourselves in truth. And that truth is love, unconditional love. That truth is power. We are powerful, and we have so much free will in this life and unconditional love from the universe. The universe loves us so much that it will allow us to feel and be trapped in pain and hurt because we have the free will. We have the free will to keep ourselves in suffering. Let that sink in. We have become so comfortable in giving our power away to either the past, certain people that have hurt us, the outside world that is a reflection of what we do not want to see inside of ourselves. And then we wonder, why do I feel like shit? Why do I not feel like myself? You guys, you can never detach yourself from your true authenticity. It is not possible. It is within you. But what is covering up who you are is all the beliefs that you've put onto yourself or that you've accepted from other people to tell you who you are not, just so you can remember, wait a second, this is not me. And how exciting is it to get to that point in your life of realizing, holy shit, I've been lied to my whole life. Whatever has happened to you out there has had to happen for you to get back in touch within here, because inside of you is the powerhouse of your soul, which is connected to your highest plan here. And for you to live out, what belief systems do you hold that keep you entrapped in what you are no longer wanting to see outside of yourself or feel inside of yourself? What permission slip can you give yourself to meet the part of yourself that isn't comfortable here on earth? What part of you is not comfortable being in your hurts, in your pain, in your trauma? What part of yourself constantly needs to talk about the pain you experienced as a kid? What part of yourself constantly needs to call up a friend to tell them how shit their life is, how shit you're feeling? Can you put down the phone? Can you look yourself in the mirror? And it can be emotional, but when you do it with the strong intent to see yourself and see past the illusion of this here and now, you will realize that it was you all along. It was you all along through those people, through those circumstances. You will see it was just you. It was you all along. And I know this is hard to accept because it was me putting these conditions on myself. Why would I do that? Why would the universe, if the universe is all love, why would it give me all this shit, all this hurt, all this pain? It needed to. It needed to for you to know yourself in a deeper way, in a higher way. Listen, that's the contradiction here. Because I wonder what it would be like if in the next generation, we as adults can do this healing work on ourselves, to remember our own power, to see past the outside illusion and seeing it as a roadmap back to ourselves, to evolve out of the circumstances maybe that were passed down from generation to generation. And can we break them? And with that, allow our children to not have to deal with this shit? Could we be able to know what it means to raise a child? And raise a child for them to remember their own innate power, to teach them emotional regulation, to teach them that, hey, this world is not easy. It's gonna show you some things that are gonna be really hard to look at. But baby, I'm gonna teach you how to navigate this world because I've learned to navigate this world. And I learned to navigate it not by sitting in therapy for hours and hours on end, allowing myself to fall deeper, 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 and hold myself in victimhood. No, do this for your children. Do you want your children having to grow up in a world where it's toxic, it's hateful, people are unaware? Can we become aware of ourselves? Can we love ourselves? And by us loving ourselves, it will be the extension for our children to fully love themselves, because they will not see mommy and daddy self-depleting themselves in this world, or self-hating on one another, or themselves, or talking down to themselves. Can we realize the power that is within us? And can we do that so our children can see the reflection of themselves within us, so they can prosper in the next generation, so we can solidify a new earth here? Ooh, you guys, spirit is really moving through me. I'm sweating, but that's a good sign. That's a good sign. Some good information is coming out today. You guys, we have free will. Now, we say that and we're like, yeah, I have free will. Well, but there's a lot of limitations in my life, Maya. That doesn't seem like free will, because I wouldn't choose to put that on myself. But you see, you did in a higher aspect, for you to remember that, hey, I have free will. I don't need to consciously hold myself captive to even the earth we live in. Can I expand myself into a higher consciousness that understands that this here and now is the only now? So what now do I want to tap into? Do I want to tap into the version of myself that knows no limitation? Because that's here and now for you to experience. You do not need to limit yourself. You can allow your imagination to take you places you didn't even know existed, but they're real. Because everything is real within this now moment. You can bring your past into this here and now and relive it and reignite it. But that's free will. You do not need to do that. You can rewrite your storyline whenever you want. Whenever you want. Rewrite your story in an empowering narrative, not in a self-depleting victimization narrative. Why would you do that? Why would you choose that? Well, it's because we're comfortable in that state, in that mindset. Wake up, you guys. Wake up to the power within us. You do not need to live in your past. We can rewrite our storyline whenever we want. And we are the main character in the plot we've scripted for ourselves. Remember that. You guys have no idea the power that is within you when you have an aligned heart and mind. And that's not to say that the shit you see outside is gonna get pleasant. Because guess what? When you awaken to these things, you're gonna be seeing everything that's been swept under the rug for you to see and feel. But why not feel it? Why, as human beings, have we forgotten that we are energetic beings? We are here to feel things, and that is a superpower. But we numb it because we can't handle it in our body, because we were not taught how to. We were taught to push it down, run away from it, numb ourselves. We need to stop this. We need to do this work on ourselves and realize this now so we can raise a next generation of children that will be a new species of human by our willingness to accept our own unique nature being human beings. But we need to own up to our life here and now and hold ourselves to a standard of life that we know we are deserving to live, and not allowing ourselves to live in the lack that we live in, the scarcity, the scariness of this world, the fear. We have to stop self-criticizing our beauty, our uniqueness. Why do we do this? We are beautiful. Do we not realize how powerful it is to be human, to have skin, to have this body, to have this beautiful planet we live on? We're not aware of it. We're too aware of what's happening outside, of what's going on our phones, of the intensity of this planet. Because the intensity is happening for a reason. It's happening to wake us up. So we need to expect more intensity to occur. It's gonna be it could be getting a lot worse before it gets better. So we have to learn how to navigate our emotional body to stay centered in our knowingness of what we want to live in, who we want to be, for this earth to be reborn into a new earth for our children to experience. Seriously, I do these videos out of so much passion and love for us. I get hated on sometimes for being judgmental, being a little crazy. And listen, I know I can be. I know it. Y'all, I got spirit sweat right now. I ain't even hiding it. When spirit wants to talk, it talks, okay? Don't shoot the messenger. I don't even care. It's a part of the human experience. Having sweaty pits, crying yourself to sleep some nights, being utterly confused of what the fuck is happening. Why am I here? Right after that, I have a laugh attack because I think you can also feel so much joy in this earth. It's a scale. It is not linear. We have those ups and we have those downs, but the more you intentionally go down into your suffering, if you really need to get to the bottom of it, when you've hit the bottom, use it as the bouncing board to jump higher with the knowledge you've obtained about yourself. But do not get lost and drown in the deep sea of you. I want better for this generation. I really do care about the next generation because I see it clearly. I see it clearly why we as human beings have to go through our hurts right now. We have to see everything that we don't like in front of us. We cannot run away anymore. It won't work. Because when you run, it will chase you faster and you are not equipped for it. What you are equipped for is surrender. And surrender is the easiest thing you can do. It may not feel easy because you may feel like you might die if you do it. But maybe that's what you need. Maybe you do need to die. And I'm not saying actually choose death for yourselves. I mean intentionally allow the character you've been playing as, to allow the identity you've been identifying as to crumble, to turn to ash, so you can be reborn as the phoenix out of your old, the ash of the old into the phoenix of the new that can go higher. Why not do that? Why not learn how to be within your emotional states? Why not? Question why you feel the urge to numb your feelings. Question why maybe when you're having a hard time or anxiety or depression, why do you label it as wrong? You spend so much of your time labeling it as these bad things that you don't even get to see the gift of what is happening, which is a chance to meet the part of yourself you've been avoiding and allow it back in with celebration. And that celebration can be a hard celebration. There could be tears. There could be a lot of relief that comes from it though. Spirit said what it said today, okay? It said what it said. Hoped you could take it in and know that this is the truth of who you are. Can you take everything that's gone wrong? Can you use it as a directory back to your truth and also as a contrast to what you need to see your authenticity of what you actually are desiring out of your life by seeing exactly what you do not want to see? Can that be the fuel and the excitement for you to reach new levels of not only yourself, but of this earth? Gift yourself that today in some way. Look yourself in the mirror today and say, I'm ready for the relationship I've been avoiding with you. I want it. I want it. And can you look yourself in the mirror today in complete awe of the creation that is looking back at you? Gift yourself that today. I love you guys. I care about you guys. And this video, it was intense. I feel intense in my being, but it needed to come through today, which is why I just allowed it to flow. Again, I'm not angry. I'm just passionate. I'm passionate, okay? Don't hate me for it. I hope you guys have a great day. I hope this could benefit you in some way. I love you, I bless you, and I thank you for being a part of this earth with me. I'll see you in my next video. Bye.